quickly, thank you very much to everyone who came out tonight for day 2. I want to assure you that you are not wasting your time being on this fellowship. No, I can guarantee you that. I'm a proud fellow of Cohort 3, and I can tell you that it has been a journey that has changed my life for the best. I wouldn't have wished to be anywhere else. So I assure you that Power Shift has everything you need to be a leader in terms of planning, preparations, and everything you need to be a better leader. We all know that Nigeria is not where she should be, but if we have these kinds of leaders that we are grooming in Power Shift, take leadership positions, even if we don't take leadership positions, if we begin to make things work from our immediate communities, give it 10 to 20 years, we'll begin to see the kind of Nigeria that we all crave for. So welcome everybody. Welcome. I assure you that your time here is not going to be wasted. And make sure that you do everything that you need to do as a fellow of Power Shift Cohort 4. Attend to all your assignments, all the tests, watch the videos, reach out to your mentors if need be, if you're confused, and you are in for a good ride. All right, let me quickly ask us the question. So yesterday was a very mouth-watering opening session. It was a wow. I listened in from the very first speaker to the last, and I can tell you I really gained a lot. I had insights. Nobody can ever get tired of Mr. Nonsun Namani and Madam Amina Jibril. Every one of them that spoke yesterday, Mr. Bartet, you can't get tired of listening to these leaders. So I picked a lot of things. So I want you to just quickly, just 5 volunteers, tell me what you learned yesterday, and one person will tell me the values of Power Shift. We have 3 values in Power Shift. I would like to hear what you learned yesterday and the values of Power Shift. If actually you gained anything yesterday, tell me one sentence what you learned yesterday and what are the values of Power Shift. I'm seeing Blessing's hand up. Blessing, kindly unmute. In one sentence, tell me what you gained yesterday and the values of Power Shift. Blessing, over to you. Blessing, can you hear me? Can we have other persons who would want to share their experience from yesterday's class? Raise their hand, please. Your virtual hand, your virtual hand. Blessing, you can unmute your mic and speak. Or you can actually go to the message section, drop your messages, and we're going to read it from there. What did you learn from yesterday? Just one sentence and the values of Power Shift. Very quickly, we don't have much time. I'm not going to be keeping you longer than 9 p.m. I promise you. What did you learn yesterday? For me, I learned that leadership, the change that we desire, it doesn't have to always come from protest. It doesn't have to always come from struggle. We can actually use diplomacy and conversation to win a war. You don't have to actually go to war or battle because you desire a change and then you're fighting, wielding weapons, carrying placards, and all of that. We can actually sit on the round table and discuss the way out, and we get the change that we desire. And that's what Power Shift is teaching us. So that's one of the things I learned yesterday. What about you? Tell me what you learned yesterday. One sentence, and then we go. Bash, please unmute yourself and talk to us.
I learned that Nigeria will not recognize you by complaining. Nigeria will only recognize you when you build.
Are you there? He said Nigeria will not
Hello,
recognize you by complaining. Yeah, please go ahead.
yes, like what the executive director mentioned yesterday, that the generation would not remember you when you just complain, you spectate, but when you build, that's when the generation will recognize you.
All right. Thank you very much, Bash. Please, let's give him the emoji. Thank you so much, Bash. Awa, over to you. Let me hear you. What did you learn from yesterday?
Good evening, everyone.
Go ahead,
What I
unmute
learned
yourself.
yesterday, one of the things I learned yesterday is the fact that collaboration is very important to bring change. As an individual, you cannot bring change single-handedly. You need to collaborate with other people from other regions, work together, and therefore you can bring the change you desire. That is what I learned.
All right, thank you very much. Our Faith, let's hear you. What did you learn from yesterday?
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Okay,
evening.
I learned that as a Nigerian, if someone says Nigeria is useless, that person is also referring to me that I am useless. So as a Nigerian, I need to be the change. I need to work towards making a change in the country. And also I should learn to trust people because through trust we get to build networks. So if you don't trust people, they're not going to have a positive collaboration with others. So that's what I learned yesterday.
Thank you very much. That's very, very vital. We cannot actually build network without trust. You have to trust people. You can't say, "Oh, me, I don't trust anybody." Oh, you don't even trust yourself. It means that you cannot build network. And if you don't trust anybody, you can't make friends and you can't build the connection that we desire. All right. Thank you to the three of you that have answered the question tonight. But I want somebody to just one person to give me the values of power shift. If you know, we were told yesterday the three values of power shifts. Can somebody try? Let me know what the values of power shifts are. What are the values of power shifts? Who can try? I'm seeing Musbao. Okay, Musbao, please unmute and try. Musbao, can you hear me? Please unmute your mic and
Okay, my
try.
name is Nizam Muhammad. I'm Polytechnic.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is
Go
Nizam
ahead, we
Muhammad.
can hear you.
So what what I learned yesterday based on the importance of PowerSheet Africa. So the value of PowerSheet Africa lies in its ability to empower young leaders across the continent to create positive change in their community. It provides a platform for learning, mentorship, and networking, helping fellows develop leadership, practical solutions, and community impact projects by connecting youth with like-minded peer and experience, mentors, and fellowship, strengthening their capacity to drive sustainable, inclusive, and meaningful change while fostering collaboration.
All right. Thank you very much, Musbao. That was
Innovative
very
social
insightful.
responsibility.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Musbao. That was insightful. Thank you so much. We appreciate that very important answer. But you didn't actually hit the nails on the head. There are just three things. One, two, three. I just need you to give me those three words. One word each. So who can try? Faith, I'm seeing your hands up. Do you want to try?
I'm sorry, it was a mistake.
All right. Okay, so the values of powership. Does anyone want to try, or we should go ahead and give you the expo? The values of powership are actually three:
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
collaboration.
Let me
Do you want
try.
to
Let me
try?
try.
All
Uh,
right.
Yes,
yeah.
I want to try.
I want to say collaboration, trust, and leadership.
Okay, collaboration, trust, and leadership. Hey, who is that person that gave the expo in the message? Mr. Bassett, you have already spoiled the fun. Okay, everybody, let's just call it a night here because Mr. Bassett has spoiled the whole thing for us. So the values of power shift are collaboration, determination, and trust. But the last speaker who attempted actually tried. Mr. Bassett, you have given out the expo. So you owe this house a bottle of Zobo. All right, thank you very much. Celebrate yourself, every one of you who has tried. Celebrate yourself. You are doing well. It therefore means that we all paid listening ears last night, and we gave our best. We listened to all the sessions, and I'm really proud of every one of you. Thank you to everybody who spoke. Thank you to all of you who tried. Next, we are going to be having a curriculum walkthrough that is going to be talking to us about our sessions, how the sessions will look like for the entire 8 weeks, the timeline, the key dates, the important things that you need to know as a fellow. And to walk us through this curriculum tonight, we're going to be handing the mic to Madam Emily John. She's going to be talking to us about our curriculum and what we need to know about the time frame and the key dates and the various sessions. So, Madam Emily, over to you now, man. The mic is yours.
Hello, he- hello, good evening. I know you guys are expecting to hear a woman speaking, but it is Bartet speaking. Good evening, everyone. As usual, I want to see the virtual reactions. Let's clap. Let's show our flowers. Let's show our joy for being part of today's session. So very quickly, to this session will be taking the curriculum walkthrough for the fellowship, and it's quite exciting. This is the point where you would know the courses we are taking and what we are expecting to learn during the course of the 8 weeks of our fellowship. Let's move to the next slide. Yeah, so the curriculum is a thoroughly designed it's thoroughly designed to equip young leaders, change makers, and active citizens with skills, mindset, and tools needed to drive meaningful transformation in their communities and across the continent. Remember, yesterday I said it's not just about Nigeria. We are trying to extend our community development towards Africa at large. Now, grounded in real-world challenges and led by experienced facilitators, our curriculum blends practical learning values, driven leadership, and strategic actions to build the great next generation of visionary African leaders. Each session is structured to inspire, educate, and empower, combining theory with hands-on experience and peer engagement. From leadership development to legal frameworks for activism, every course is tailored to expand your capacity and ignite your impact. If I'm not sending my virtual reactions, what's happening now? I want to see the virtual reactions. Next slide, please. Thank you very much. I lost in these reactions. So what are the formats for the fellowship? I think yesterday we were trying to give the preamble, and yesterday someone asked, are we going to have a physical session? Are we going to be having a physical meeting? And the answer we gave was no. And today we are going to clarify. So first on our list is our fellowship is 100% virtual. Everything we'll be doing is 100% virtual. There's no physical session at any point during the course of the fellowship. Then secondly, we are going to have a learning management system, which is more of a self-paced session or platform where you watch videos, take the quiz to aid your learning. I remember someone was asking for the slide yesterday. He was like, okay, for us who missed the session, how can we get the slides? You don't need the slide when you have a video, right? So you can always go back to watch these sessions, revise, remember the key things that were taught, and use it as practical tools in your community engagement. Then thirdly, we'll be having weekly live session and assignment. So aside the LMS platform, we'll also be coming every Fridays and Saturdays for our weekly live sessions, where it's going to be more of discussion. We'll just come discuss from what we've watched during our that's while you were going through your LMS platform. We'll come and discuss the topics of the week. What did you discuss about activism? How has activism shaped you as a person, and how can we develop true activism as Nigerians? These are forums for conversation. We are not going to have boring sessions where one facilitator will just come and talk and talk and talk and talk, and at the end of the day, you just close and you go back to sleep. No, we'll be having interactive sessions that will shape our minds to do better and greater things. Then fourthly, we'll be having presentations. Now, these presentations will be our group presentations where we get to present our group projects. We also have presentations where if peradventure you are given a group assignment, we'll come and present and showcase your talent. I think so far I've heard one or two persons speak, and I believe that these guys are going to be good orators in moving forward for Power Shift and even for their own personal space. Then for fifth, we'll be having group discussions and peer learning. This is where our groups is going to come handy. In our groups, we are going to ensure that we have meaningful conversations. Like I begged you yesterday, let us not just be in the group for being in the group sake. Let's ensure that we harness those tools. Let's discuss, let's interact, let's network, and let's get to know ourselves. And lastly, let us collaborate, which is one of the key values of Power Shift. Then which platform are we going to be having our weekly meet? It's going to be the Google Meet as we have it today. So every Friday and Saturday we'll be converging here on Google Meet to deliberate and discuss what we've gone through in the LMS platform. Next slide. Next slide. Now, what is the duration of the fellowship? As earlier announced, it is 8 weeks of intense program, starting from the 16th of January, running through to the 7th of March 2026. Are you excited? Where's your reactions now? 8 weeks of intensive program, intensive learning, intensive engagement, intensive everything intensive. It's not just going to be one of those ones that you just after the fellowship you go and no. It is going to be 8 weeks of learning, of power pack learning. And like I earlier mentioned, it's going to be on Fridays and Saturdays. And what is the time? The time is 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thank you. Move to the next slide. I'm very sure you guys saw how we did it. 9 o'clock yesterday, we were done. We know they do Nigerian time for here. So once it's 7, we start, and once it is 9, we start. Let's clap for that because normally people will say they used to do African time. In Power Shift Africa, we don't do African time. We go straight to executing our deliverables in due time. Now, week 1, what are we discussing? Between that's on the 16th yesterday and 17th today, the fellowship starts and orientation, which is what we are doing today, and virtual orientation, giving the overview of the program and our expectations. So that's what we are doing on Friday, and what we did yesterday Friday, and what we are doing today, giving the overview of the program and what we expect from you as fellows of PowerShift Cohort 4. Next slide, please. Now, week 2, what are we doing on week 2? Week 2 is 23rd and 24th of January 2026, and the discussion will be introduction to activism. Some of you might think activism is carrying a placard and shouting Nzobu Nzobu, or for those who are in the north will say Bamwai Bamwai. We are not doing Bamwai here. We are going to give you a clear understanding of what activism is. And those of you that are laughing, please don't laugh too much. Then next on the 23rd, we'll be discussing the Nigerian political history. What is the history of Nigeria? There's a saying that says, for someone who does not know the history of something, would not know the value of what it possesses. Now, Nigeria has a history. What is our history? And how has the history shaped the course of the nation? I remember yesterday, 16th of January 2026, we celebrated 60 years after the first coup. Yes, the first coup that happened, and from 16th of January 1966 to yesterday, 60 years has passed. Have we learned any lesson? Are we going to make the same mistakes that were made in the past? We'll get to discuss it. Then on the 24th of January 2026, we'll be discussing transformative mindset for activism, and we'll also be discussing community engagement for activists. What do we need? What tools do we need as community to carry out community engagement in our community? Like we earlier announced, we'll be carrying out individual projects in our various communities, and we'll try to give you tools that will help you navigate your way through the individual project in your community. We want to raise men and women of value, people that will get to become valuable individuals in their communities. And that is why we are going to have the community engagement for activists. Let's go to week 3. Very quickly, week 3. Now, I remember yesterday I said one of the key classes that we are not expected to miss for any reason is the ideology class. And we'll be having the first ideology class on the 30th of January, which is week 3, and it is going to be collaboration, reconciliation, and new identity. Then on the 30th, we'll also be carrying out advocacy versus activism. Some of you might begin to interchange what is advocacy, what is activism. Some of you might say, okay, one is activism is advocacy and advocacy is activism. So we'll get to learn the difference, we'll get to know how they work hand in hand, and we'll get to discuss what we need to apply as Nigerians. Then we'll also be discussing digital activism and sustaining online communities. And one of the best topics I like here listening to is the power of you, the power that you possess as an individual. We'll be discussing the power of you. Week 4, let's move to week 4. Week 4, which is the 6th and 7th of February 2026, we'll be discussing social media for advocacy and activism. We'll also be discussing team building and conflict resolution. Then the second ideology class will be starting on the 7th of February 2026, which is going to be Trust, the Heart of Activism. One of the speakers today said she learned that we need to trust one another. And we need, when you trust one another, you'll be willing to collaborate. You see how the thing is flowing back? It works hand in hand. When you trust, you collaborate. Then we also will be discussing seeing ourselves in others, the role of shared humanity in activism. We cannot begin to work on our own. We cannot feel like we can do it on our own, but we need to see ourselves in others. Let's move to week 5 quickly. Week 5. Yes, so week 5, 13th and 14th of February 2026, we'll be discussing the power of activism, which is going to be a case study. Then we'll also be discussing organizing movement, a practical approach. How do you organize movement? If you see something in your community that you do not like, how do you organize people to come and make sure that these things change? We'll be discussing it on the 13th of February. Then we'll also be discussing the case for activism, the Human Rights Volunteer Corps story. This is an organization that has been partners of Power Shift. They will get to watch it on our elements, and we'll discuss the case for activism. Why do we need activism as individuals and as a community? Then lastly, for week 5, we're discussing the second ideology class, which is determination, the long walk to freedom. I know there's a movie, Long Walk to Freedom. Is it the movie we're going to be discussing? Is it about the movie? Is it just a long walk to freedom? When we come on week 5, 14th of February, we'll find out. Very quickly, let's move to week 6. Now, week 6, 20th and 21st of February, we'll be having the vision to reality, from vision to reality, mastering the acts of execution. When you want to do something, how do you do it? How do you execute? And how do you achieve the desired result? We'll be discussing the vision from vision to reality. Then we'll be discussing the power of public speaking. Like I said, I've heard some people who are good orators. Somebody will say, okay, I don't want to respond when I'm being asked questions because I'm not a good orator. We will learn the power of public speaking. I might not be good in speaking in public, but we can learn it in Power Shift, and that is why we are here for you. So we're learning the power of public speaking. Then we'll also be having our group project presentation on the 21st of February 2026. The group project presentation, where we'll be bringing the proposals, will be carried out on the 21st of February 2026. So let us begin to think what we need to do in our various groups. When we come to group projects, when we come to project walkthrough, we'll give you an overview of what we are expecting you to do as part of your group project. Week 7, please. Someone is not excited because we want to do group project. Please, let's give our virtual reactions. That project, I'm very sure you guys will do very well with your group project. Week 7, we have on the 27th and 28th of February 2026, we'll be having ethical and legal framework for activism. I remember someone asked, what is the legal backing that PowerShift have? Now, my Deputy Executive Director said PowerShift is registered with CAC, and every procedure that we carry in PowerShift is backed by law. Whatever activity we want to carry should be backed by law, and that is why we'll also be discussing the ethical and legal framework for activism. What do you need to do? What do you need to say that would get to give you a covering by law? I know there are quite a number of activists. Should I give this story very quickly? There's an activist that came out on TikTok recently, and she was doing allegedly. She gave a narration, and she's in prison today because the allegedly that most people claim to say did not back her up. So there are legal frameworks to how we do things. So we are going to be discussing it here on PowerShift, so I will not get any one of you in trouble. Then the second we'll be discussing is changing the narrative. What are we changing? How are we changing it? When you come on the 27th of February 2026, you will find out. Then we'll also be having leveraging new media, podcasting for leadership and activism. Now, the digital space has given us a lot of tools that we can harness. You don't have to go to the street and be shouting, we no agree. You can actually sit from the comfort of your home and ask, or yes, become a true activist. Now we'll be discussing how you can use podcasts as a tool for activism. Then the last agenda for week 7 on the 28th will be vision for the future. We'll be giving you an outline of all the various groups, all the various work groups in PowerShift. When we come, we'll find out which group, why you need to belong to one of these groups. We'll find out on the 28th of February 2026. Week 8, I want to see virtual reaction for week 8. Everybody, give your virtual reaction. If it's flower, I like that flower. Let's give flower for week 8. Let's give the flower for week 8. So on week 8, we'll be having open forum where you all will discuss with us and tell us the impact that PowerShift Africa has given to you. So we'll be discussing it on week 8, where everything that has to do with PowerShift Africa, what you've learned from week 1 down to week 8, you'll be discussing it. Then secondly, the flowers, they are not seeing enough flowers. I'm just seeing few people dropping flowers, just two, 3. Now we'll be having our project success story. Now that day is going to be you guys will be the ones handling the mic to tell us the success from your project. What change was able to be effected? What success were able to be effected during the course of your project? Then after the project, guess what we'll be having? Can someone type what we'll be having? Next slide. After the project, you know, we'll be having our graduation ceremony. Yes, on the 7th of March, we'll be having the graduation ceremony, where we will get to celebrate you, your success, your achievement during the course of the 8 weeks, and you'll be going home with your certificates. Yes. After the whole 8 weeks, we'll be having our graduation ceremony. That day, you will see us on our graduation gown. You wear your best clothes, and we get to celebrate you as a family. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I want to hand over the mic to the moderator to continue. Thank you very much.
All right, keep the virtual claps coming for Mr. Batet, the director of Power Shift Fellowship. He's one of the persons that has groomed me to become who I am today as it relates to Power Shift. So please celebrate him. More hand claps, more flowers, more love emojis. Thank you so much, Mr. Batet. Thank you especially for keeping to time. You still have 2 minutes, so you underuse the time. I like that. All right, moving on right now. We're going to be handing the mic to somebody I really, really respect. You know, in the world, they say that behind a successful man is a successful woman. But in my own world, I believe that in front, oh, beside, oh, behind any successful man, there is one woman that is pushing for the success of that man. As it pertains to Powership Fellowship, behind Mr. Nonso, there is one very daring, outspoken, bold leader, a female whose voice has continued to change the narrative across Africa. She is no other than the Deputy Executive Director of PowerShift, Madam Amina Jibril. If you are not jealous, please, Ngwanu, put your hands together for Madam Amina Jibril. She's going to be taking up the mic and she'll be talking to us about PowerShift Fellowship expectations, what you need to know in terms of the assessment, your participation, the attendance. You cannot actually say you are a good leader or you're a successful leader if you do not give in a percentage of yourself, commit yourselves to whatever you believe in. So this commitment, which we see as your expectations, are what Madam Amina is going to be discussing with us. So right about now, please don't stop clapping, don't stop shining, don't stop putting up the emojis, the flowers, and everything that you can use to celebrate our deputy executive director of Powership, Madam Amina Jibril, the woman that I love so, so, so very much.
Thank you, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Effa, for that wonderful welcome. At some point, I was thinking, should I really unmute my mic and speak, or should I just continue listening to Effa praise me like that so that my head will just be getting bigger and bigger? But then I don't want to keep you all here. I will not want us to pass our closing time, so I said I will have to take the mic. So thank you so much, Efra, and it's also a pleasure to be in your midst again this night as I walk you through the fellowship expectations. So please can I have the slide? Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Daniel, for sharing. Let's go down. Let's go down to the fellowship expectation. I know yesterday, Mr. Patrick walked you through the expectations a bit, but see, as we are emphasizing, we are instating these expectations, that's to show you that it is very important that you pass, that you are able to meet up with our expectations before you be able to graduate from the fellowship. So please just hold on a bit to have the slide before I can start my presentation. Okay, so I don't want us to be quiet. So before we have the slide, let us just one thing I know for sure is that before you be able to graduate from this fellowship, you need to have at least 80% attendance, 80% participation. So you need to participate in the virtual discussion sessions. You need to watch all the recorded sessions on the LMS. You need to answer your quizzes. You need to do your assignments. And one thing that is also very important is that you need to collaborate with your peers. So you see that collaboration is something that we take dear to our heart. It's our first value in Power Shift Africa. I know earlier both of you.
I hear you clearly.
Okay. Sorry, can you hear me now? All right, thank you, Awa. Thank you. So, as you were saying, one of our key value in Project Africa, the first value is collaboration. So it is very important for you to collaborate with your peers. You'll be given group assignments. You'll be shared into groups. You need to form relationships that will last even beyond the fellowship. So that collaboration is very important. So I will just deviate a bit to talk about the other values. The first is collaboration. The second is trust. By collaborating, you tend to build trust. Once your peers are seeing that you're somebody that is committed, dedicated, you're always showing up, they tend to trust you. They trust you with presentations. They trust you to take the lead. So that is where trust come from. And for you to reach the finish line, there's something very important you need. For you to reach the finish line, you must be determined. So the last value in Powership Africa is determination. You need to be determined that I remember why you started. Remember the goal you want to achieve. That for you to be able to be satisfied.
I don't know. Am I the only one who can no longer hear you, Madam Amina? Please, if you can hear us, we can hear you, please. I think your mic has been muted. Madam Amina, kindly unmute yourself and we can't hear you for now again.
Okay, so sorry about that. I'm back. Actually, my mic was muted. So please, can someone help me recall what was the last thing you heard?
Determination.
Okay, thank you. Determination. So, what I want to, the reason why I brought about these core values is if you're in Powership Africa, these are things that you need to remember every day. Someone like me, you always hear me talking about our values, our values, our values, because these are the things that guide whatever we do. So, as a fellow, you are expected to uphold these values So please, another thing I'd like to say is that at any point, if you can't hear me, please let me know. Uphold, uphold these values in your actions, interactions, and responsibilities, whether online or offline. As a fellow of PowerShift Africa, you are representing the organization. So if you are during your community project, once you go to your community, because the individual project, we expect you to carry PowerShift directly to your community by solving a key issue in your community. So once you're doing that, make sure that you uphold these values. So another thing is that you need to lead with respect. Treat all facilitators, moderators, mentors, and fellow participants with dignity, regardless of different views or backgrounds. Every voice matters here. So here, what we want to have here in PowerShift is that we don't want to have Yoruba people here. We don't want to have Igbo. We don't want to have Hausas or any other tribe you can think of. We don't want to have Muslims different. We don't want to have Christians. What we want to have is Nigerians. What we want to have is Africans. So you need to treat everyone equally with respect. So another thing is that commit to positive engagement. Avoid any form of abusive, discriminatory, or disrespectful behavior. Your language and conduct must reflect our shared values. So you have to, like I mentioned yesterday, communicate constructively. Another thing is that you have to practice integrity and responsibility. You need to be present. You have to be present. Don't think that because we're in a group and we have a group leader, it is the group leader's responsibility to carry out activities. No, everyone needs to be present. Every voice needs to be heard. Then accountability, you need to be accountable for whatever you do and be committed as well. Scholarship fellowship is not just about receiving a certificate, it's about living out the change we desire to see. Collaborate and build together. That collaboration, like I mentioned, is very, very important. Embrace teamwork, support one another. So if you feel like there's a fellow in your group that is not always active, reach out, find out when that fellow is not active. If there's a way you can help, help. So that is how we build that trust. Then embody the mindset shift. This fellowship is about transforming our perspective, moving from apathy to action, from complaints to contribution. So every fellow must strive to be intentional in their growth and impact. Whatever you do, make sure you do it with intention. I intend to be part of this fellowship to the end. I want to see that I do everything. I participate in all group discussions, virtual sessions, and everything I'll do with intention. So certification criteria, I mentioned earlier that all fellows must attain 70% classes. So that's approximately 20 sessions to be eligible for graduation. You need to be active in you need to be active in both group and then your individual project. Then, like the director of fellowship mentioned, ideology classes are mandatory. You don't want to miss out on any of the ideology class. Then you need to submit your assignments. Then also make sure that you respond promptly to fellowship instructions. Then also respond to feedback and evaluation about fellowship. So this fellowship in Scholarship Africa, we don't just give you the work and we sit back to watch you. No, you have a supporting system. So you're going to be supported by a network of mentors who will guide your learning and group engagement. There are moderators like our very own EFA who manage the class flow and assist with coordination, and they are doing wonderfully. Then we have facilitators who deliver key thematic sessions and share practical insights. So because it's going to be, we have the elements where you watch the sessions, you are going to watch wonderful sessions, and then we are going to interact with amazing facilitators. So we also have the whole PowerShift Africa team, from the communications to coordination. The entire team is here to support your journey. So thank you so much. Reach out for support, feedback throughout your journey, because we are here for you. We are here to make sure that you reach the end and we deliver in our dream for a better Nigeria. Thank you so much, and I give over to you, Effa.
All right. You see why I said there you can never get tired of listening to Madam Amina Jibril. Please celebrate her. Celebrate her. Send your virtual celebrations. Anybody that knows where she lives should please deliver this cow to her doorstep. Thank you so very much, Madam Amina, for that fellowship expectation walkthrough. Very quickly, next we are going to be going to our next agenda, which is our project walkthrough. But before then, I think I have 2 minutes just to do a little bit of icebreaker. Okay, so PowerShift Africa was founded in a particular year by one visionary leader. So I want you to go to the comment section. The first person to write the correct answer will get something from me personally. Something from me and Mr. Batet. Who founded Power Shift Africa and in what year? Madam Amina, you are laughing. Mr. Batet has given me the liberty to enter his account and dash somebody some money this evening. So go to the comment section, drop in the comment section very quickly the name of the person who founded Power Shift Africa and the year. While we are doing that, the first person to get it correct, please, no Ojoro, nobody that is not supposed to, that should write, don't write. Mr. Bassett, stay away from the comment section. Okay, while we are going through with that, next agenda for tonight is our project walkthrough. You know, being a fellow of Power Sheet Cohort 3, the thing that made me shine out amongst many others is my projects, both the individual project and the group projects. I love the project that we delivered both as a group and as individual. And if I must give you an insight, don't miss your if I don't take it as a joke, take it seriously. So this is the point, the time you have to know what it takes to make your project very, very outstanding. So if I were you, I would listen very attentively to what Mr. Batet Damsak, our Power Shift Director, Power Shift Fellowship Director, has to say. So the mic is now over to you, Mr. Batet. Please walk us through the project, what the individual and the group project is about. Thank you very much. The mic is yours. Please go over to the comment section and drop your answer.
A lot of people have been writing different kind of names, and I'm just laughing, and I'm happy that I'm saving my money for the future. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm back again to discuss the Partnership Africa Fellowship walkthrough and project walkthrough and expectation. Who is writing Mr. Also? So back to what I was saying. So I've mentioned before now that we'll be having our projects, both the individual project and as well as the group project. Now, what are we expecting? What kind of project should we be carrying out? If I'm not mistaken, someone asked yesterday, are we going to do the individual project based on what you feel like doing, or is it Power Shift Africa that will give us a topic? We'll discuss it. Now, the capstone project is a cornerstone of Power Shift Africa Fellowship, designed to give fellows a hands-on opportunity to apply knowledge, skills, and tools acquired during the program to the real-world problem and opportunity within their communities. Now, I am very sure that since the beginning of yesterday, I've been saying community, community, community. Everything we are learning, we're not learning for ourselves, but we are learning to impact our communities. People around us should know that, yes, this person actually went through Power Shift Africa. Now, what are the purpose to encourage fellows to engage in meaningful community impact projects, 2, to demonstrate leadership, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. We also want to contribute to a larger mission of PowerShift Africa by addressing pressing social, economic, and political issues. Next slide. Now, this is very, very important. Let's begin to take out our biros, our pencils, to discuss what are the thematic areas that PowerShift is expecting us to carry our projects on. Now, the fellowship will choose a specific fellows rather will choose a specific focus area aligned with PowerShift Africa mission, which are as follows: economic, government, media and arts, social, environment, religion, and education. So our group projects are going to come from these thematic areas. Is it economy? Do you want to discuss something maybe that you've seen based on the economy? Is it government, what government policies how government policies have affected people in your community? Is it media and art? Is it social issues? Is it environmental issues? Is it religious issues or educational issues? These are what you are supposed to come together as group members to discuss and find a way of tackling them. Please, nothing should go out of this. You can merge two together, like you could discuss socio-economic, you could discuss socio-cultural, but it shouldn't go out of these thematic areas. It shouldn't go out of these thematic areas. I'm very sure your mentors will guide you through this, but it's something that I would expect that as soon as we begin to see our groupings, we now begin to have conversations. What should we do? How should we do what we need to do? And how do we need to execute our projects? Next slide, please. Now, one thing that we expect that fellows are supposed to have a collaborative approach. Now, fellows will have to work in teams to brainstorm, design, and execute their projects. Very important. Like I said, we have to work in teams. Do not work in isolation. Do not feel like you are the very dark man that wants to work on your own. You need to collaborate with your team members, work together in achieving the desired results that is expected of the group. Now, mentorship is another thing that we are going to work with. Each fellows or team will be assigned a mentor from the PowerShift Africa leadership to guide and support them throughout their projects. And what are the deliverables? A comprehensive project plan detailing objective, strategies, and expected outcome. Now, this is what you are going to presenting during the proposal defense. We are expecting to see what are the objectives of your project? Why are you doing this project? What are the strategies you are going to apply using the project? And also the break in transmission. Please confirm to me if it's back. I can't see my screen. Please, who else is seeing it? Hello?
We can hear you
I
and we
can
can
see your
see your
screen.
screen.
Okay. So sorry, I think it was my network that went off. So what are the deliverables? We want a comprehensive project plan detailing objective, strategies, and expected outcomes. Then a final presentation at the culmination of the fellowship to showcase the work and impact. At the end of the project, we are expecting to see the success report. What have you been able to achieve? How were you able to achieve what you set out to do initially? Next slide, please. Next slide. Why is the network doing us today? What is happening today? Okay, so now how do we select a project? Now, sorry, back to how do we select a project? We have to identify your passion, choose a topic that resonates with you personally and aligns with your interests. Now, this is part of the group project, and we are expecting that you discuss among your team members. Nobody should begin to use authority, if I'm going to use the word, to determine the kind of project that will be done in the group. It is expected that you share your opinion, you share your idea, so that you would harmonize these thoughts and get a very good project at the end of the fellowship. Hold on. Please confirm if you can see the screen.
Yes, I can see the screen.
Why am I not seeing it? I can't
Maybe
see
it's your
mine.
network.
What's happening?
Maybe it's your network.
It's my network. Oh. Welcome to Nigeria. We'll change the narrative. We'll change every spirit of no network. Okay, so let me continue here. Then you have to ask yourself, what issues am I passionate about in solving in my community? Then we'll also align with the mission. Now ensure that your topic aligns with the Power Shift mission, such as youth empowerment, leadership development, advocacy, and community transformation. So if your topic doesn't align with all of these things, then we'll have to now go back to our groups, discuss amongst ourselves to find a suitable topic that aligns with the vision and mission of Power Shift Africa. Then the capstone project. How do you select a capstone project? You look around your community to identify pressing challenges. Think about issues that require immediate attention and where your efforts can make a real difference. Then consider your skills. What skills do you have possess? As group members, select a project that leverage your strengths and expertise. This will help you create a practical and impactful solution. Then focus on feasibility, how feasible it is. How feasible is it? Choose a topic that can be realistically addressed within the 8 weeks of the fellowship. Ensure that resources, time, and support needed are within reach. Do not go and do something that will be financially consuming, right? Do not go and do something that is financial. Next slide, sir. Anything that's going to be financially consuming, because I know there are instances where people go to do project and they'll come out and tell me, sir, we want to pay for Twitter space and it's 20,000 naira. Now, what we're expecting from you is to make it as easy as possible for yourselves. Please, during your group project, we want it to be as easy as possible for yourselves. Now, you want to ask what the individual project is all about. The individual project, we are expecting you to go to your various communities, engage them on these key issues. Election is coming up when? Which year? Next year or this year? Election.
Next year.
Hello.
Next
Oh,
year.
we can hear you. It's next year.
Okay, the general election is coming up next year. Now we're expecting that yes, next year. So we're expect okay, thank you. So we're expecting that we go to our various communities and teach people on voter education, civic rights and responsibility. Now, who are we teaching? We can go to schools, we can go to churches, we can go to the mosque, we can go to market area, and ensure that we get to give them a practical knowledge of what voter education is and what their civic rights and responsibilities are. Recently, I was going through a Facebook page and I saw someone who is over 40 that doesn't even have his PVC. And this is the time when the PVC registration is ongoing. Let us go to our best community and pass this message. We need to, if you want to get a good leader, you need to vote and you need to defend your vote. Aside being a voter, you need to know what you need to do as a citizen. What are your responsibilities to Nigeria and what are your rights as citizens in Nigeria? So I think it's time for question and answer. If you have any question for me, please, it's time. Feel free to do so. You can raise your hand. I don't know if there's any hands up. Are there any hands up? So we have Matthew Andrew, we have Yusuf Mohammed. Yusuf Mohammed, over to you, sir.
Okay, good evening. Thank you for having me. I think I don't have any question. I just have maybe suggestion for the slide of this training. I think it will be, if this training slide will be shared in the group chat, it will be really helpful because I think I'm really interested in the nature of the guideline and everything. So I had like to have the copy of this slide. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Bate. Thank you, Mr. Yusuf Mohammed. I think that the next agenda actually is question and answer. So I would crave the indulgence of my fellowship director to just allow us to join it all together so that even other speakers that have spoken, if there's anyone amongst us that have a question for them, they can all mop it up together and ask their question. But thank you so much, Mr. Bartlett. Please encourage Mr. Bartlett with your emojis. Give him his flowers. Please clap your hands for him. Share your favorite flowers, thumbs up, the love, all the emojis that make sense to you. Encourage him, encourage him. Thank you so much, our director of fellowship. God bless you, sir. Okay, so I asked the question earlier, and Madam Amina, you need to come and see something. Oh. Come and see Power Shift founder. This person, Ifyok Basi, he says the Power Shift founder is Honorable Fatima Fashola. Mercy Dima say Mr. Bartlett is the founder of Power Shift Africa. It was founded in 2022. Then Blessing Ashu Kuruk say Mr. Nonso Inamani 2020. Faith Ochanya said founded in 2020 during the NSAS protest by Mr. Nonso Nnamani. Awa Lawal said 2020 Mr. Nonso Nnamani. Why there are Google and AI and Gemini results here, Madam Amina? Come and see. I think about 3 persons says Mohammed Adau 2018. So when I saw these responses, I just started laughing. Like, who is Mohammed Adau 2018? Like, we have like 4 persons that gave the same answer. Mohammed Adao 2018. So Power Shift was the first person that got it correctly is actually Faith Ochanya. It was founded in 2020 by Mr. Nonso Nnamani. Now, the reason why I'm choosing Faith is because she spelled the name correctly. If not, Blessing Ashukuruk actually gave the name first, but she didn't get it correctly spelled. The Nnamani is spelled Namani. So Faith Ochanya is the winner for tonight. So Faith, you'll be reaching out to me or to Mr. Bartlett. No, to me privately. maybe after this call for your gift. Well done. Now, going forward, it's time for question and answer. If you have any question for any of the for any of the speakers earlier or Mr. Bartlett, it's time for you to please put out your question. What is expected of you from the fellowship? If you are confused about the attendance, the minimum assessment, your participation, or the curriculum walkthrough, the sessions, the timeline, the dates, you are confused, or even the last one taken by Mr. Bartlett, project walkthrough, you don't know what it takes to do individual projects or group projects, please put your questions together and we'll be taking them. So let me see your virtual hands up. I'm seeing Dancing's hands up. I'm seeing Matthew's hand up. I'm seeing who else? Okay, so let me begin with Dancing. Dancing, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right, so good evening, all, and hope we're having a great time. All right, so I have two questions. Number one is clarification. I want to be clarified. Yesterday during the section, one of the speakers spoke about expectation and spoke about 70% minimum expectation, minimum 70%. But today, Amina Gabriel spoke about 80% participation. So I'll need clarification for that. And then my second question will be from the last speaker, Batet, who spoke about project. I want to understand this project, is it to be executed as an individual, like myself, and I, or is a team of, I mean, like through collaborations, like teaming up with 1, 2, 3, 4 persons to say, okay, this is a project we want to execute. I'd love to get clarification for that. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dancing. So let me quickly take Matthew so that the speakers can respond at once. Matthew, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right. Good evening, everyone. So the previous speaker actually spoke my mind. So I initially wanted clarification in terms of the capstone project to know if it's actually an individual project or a group project, and also the grouping. How is the grouping going to be done? Is it like based on states or is just a random selection? I think that's what I have. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So I'll just allow Miss Amina to respond and Mr. Bartlett also.
Thank you so much, Eva. So sorry for like the confusion. Actually, on our LMS platform, you have to have an attendance of 80%. So means that out of all the sessions that are uploaded there, you need to make sure that you have 80% of the sessions, watching the sessions, then taking the quizzes and assignments. So overall in the fellowship, you need a 70% performance. So performance in that LMS, group discussions, individual projects, and so the virtual interactions need to be 70%. Have I answered your question? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, ma, we can hear you. Yes, you've attended to the minimum expectation. Then there's a question, I think Mr. Bartlett should answer that. The question about the projects, if it's to be done by individual or it should be a group project.
Okay, so we have two categories of projects. Sorry, we have the group projects, we have the individual projects. The group project, you guys will be placed in groups. We have group 1, group 2, group 3 to group 13. Now, each group is supposed to discuss amongst themselves on carrying out a virtual, please, with emphasis, a virtual project using either Google Meets using Facebook Live, using TikTok Live, using Twitter Space to have a discussion, a conversation. That is your group project. However, the individual project, just like it said, individual is you taking a physical project outside the virtual space to your local community, engaging them on either voter education or citizens' rights and responsibility. Those are just the core mandate of what we are expecting for the individual project. You can go, like I said, you can go to your church as an individual, to your church, gather people around, get to give them sensitization, enlightenment, right? Then for the group project, it is your group members coming together, working together to get to do a virtual project. I don't know if I've answered that. Then very quickly, I just saw something about reimbursement somewhere. Please, there's no reimbursement. There's no reimbursement. Please, let's get this very early. There's no reimbursement at any form, and that's why we encourage you not to spend so much during the course of your project. We are not expecting you to spend so much during the course of your project, please. Then someone asked for the slide. Now, for the slides for the walkthrough will be sent to you. The brochure will be sent to you. The curriculum will be sent to you. Your group listing will be sent to you. At the end of today's session, you will get all of these documents. Very quickly, Madam Effa, the moderator, I want to please request you give me 10 minutes with your kind permission so that I will run through the LMS platform with them when they are free. Can I go ahead?
You are 100% free, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So very quickly, now you might want to know what I want to show you. Please unmute your mic and respond to me if you guys got a mail last night so that you register to your to the LMS platform. Confirm to me.
Yes, we
How
got
many
it.
of you have done that?
Yes,
I'm
we
seeing
did.
people clapping. How many of you have registered?
I have registered,
Done
but
that, sir.
I haven't seen the
I'm ready
confirmation
to-
email.
Confirmation email, check your mail and your spam box. Check your spam box.
I have
You will see it on your
registered
spam
and I
box.
got my confirmation.
Okay.
Everything is done. Fully registered.
Thank you. So for those of you that have not registered, please and please do well to register.
So I have
If you've not
registered,
seen
but I'm yet to receive my verification email.
yes, I'm responding to that. If you've not seen the verification, check your spam box on your mail. You will find it there. Check your spam box in your mail. You will find it there. If you don't see it on the general interface, check your spam box. You would find it there. But it is important that you register today.
Sebastian, are you still there?
Can't you hear me? Hello?
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yes,
you.
we can hear you.
Okay, I don't
Can
know
you hear
what's
me
wrong
now?
with Mr. Bartett's network, but I think he's having a little bit of issues from his end.
But
So
we
what
can
is
hear you.
expected
We
They
can
can
hear
hear
you.
me. They can hear me.
this 10 minutes is to show us how the LMS actually works. So the LMS is the platform that we are going to be using for the learning. You know, remember, like Madam Amina said, we are supposed to watch the video every week. Then Fridays and Saturdays, we will come online for our discussion. So the videos that we watch in each of those weeks, like Monday to Friday, right, is what we are expected to use and take our tests and then do the assignments. It records for us automatically. So the good part of it is that if you don't finish, let's say week 1, you won't be able to go to week 2. So he's
So
just
can you
supposed to
guys see
walk
my
us through
screen?
how the video works, how you'll be able to take your test, how you'll be able to take your assignments, and then upload if there is like those that for all of us that be doing individual projects and then the group projects. There's a format of uploading. So he's supposed to walk us through. I hope his network allows us to do that very quickly. So I'm sure
Can
that's
you
what
see my
he's trying to
screen?
get through. But for now, let's just invite Madam Amina to add up a few things to what Mr. Bartek has already discussed with us as it regards what the fellows are supposed to,
Yes, I can see
in
your
terms
screen.
of the
Yes,
project.
we
Because
can see the
I saw
screen.
somebody asking about reimbursements and all. So actually, we are not.
Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, we
We're
can
not
see
supposed
the
to
Yes,
screen.
actually do
we
any
can see your
project
screen.
that requires us
Okay,
to
thank
spend
you.
any money. That's how they are
So,
saying
now when you register
like
for the
spend
when you re-
anything at all. But Madam Amina will help us understand that better because she's in a better position. So, Madam Amina, I'm handing the mic to you, please.
so when you register and you get approved, this is what your interface will look like. Are you with me?
Yes, we are with you.
Yes, go on. We
Yes.
Yes,
So
can
you
sir.
hear
can
you.
see welcome fellow Basset Damsack, right? Now
Yeah.
this is the interface of what your screen will look like. It's going to show you the course progress, the analytics. Now we have 24 courses over here, right? And the 24 courses also have a quiz attached to it. I am showing over 24 because I've attended both the courses, I've watched all the videos, and I've also answered all of the quiz questions. Now it's showing that I have 84% overall performance. Can you see it?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
sir.
Yes. So the overall performance, like I said yesterday, is if you don't meet the 80% criteria, you are not eligible to do what? To graduate. So I'm having 84%, which means that I am eligible for graduation. So it is very important that you take note of all of these things when you come to this platform. If you don't see your progress moving very fast, it means that you are lagging behind somewhere, right? Now, how do you start a course? You click on my course here. You see Learning Hub. Then you click on my course here. Now it's showing my journey. I remember I mentioned some of the courses I will be taking for the fellowship. Now they are all here. From day one orientation to day two orientation, we have introduction to activism. Now, how do you progress? As soon as you come, you take this module. Let's use introduction to activism, which is going to happen next week. This is what you'll be doing next week. You click on the video, you watch the video. As soon as you watch the video, you complete watching the video, then you click complete and continue. As soon as you click complete and continue, the quiz will appear. Then once you answer the quiz questions, please don't laugh at me if in case I get 0/10. Please don't laugh at me. Now, when you click the quiz answers, when you click and you answer all of the questions, it's going to take you to finish. I'm getting to Jesus. So we're having, it means that I'm done with my quiz. Then when I click continue, this is very important for us to take note. This is a feedback form for you to give a feedback on the course you just watched. So you tell us, is it a 1-star rating? Is it a 5-star rating? Then the feedback will be, how can we improve? It is mandatory that every fellow, as soon as you are done with a course, you come back here, you give the rating. If it's a 4-star rating, then you write what feedback do you want us to work on? How do you want us to improve? Then once you are done, let's say, well done. Once you click well done, then you submit feedback. Then it's going to automatically redirect you to the next course. That's why it is called a self-paced learning. It is called a self-paced learning. And that's how you go through the whole of these courses. So the person that was asking for the slides, we don't need you to get the slide. You can come back to this video and watch it as many times as possible. I know there's a culture, once we collect slides, you just dump it and we don't even go through it. but these videos are there to help us remember and practicalize what we are learning through this platform. Now, very quickly, you can check your grades here for each of the quiz. You can check your grades. If there's an assignment and you submitted the assignment, you can check your grades here under my grade. Then you can check newsfeed. Now, this newsfeed is when there's a notification that is being sent to you through this platform, you get it through the newsfeed profile. Then here you can send messages to your fellows. You can send messages to your fellows. Now, all of these are fellows. These are your mentors, actually. But if you want to send a direct message to your mentor or to your fellow, you just click on the person and you send. Can you see what I said to this person? Hi, hello, what was the assignment again? And the person would respond to you instantly. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Then if you want to check your profile based on what you submitted, this is where you get your profile. This is where you get your profile. Then there's also a notification bell here. Whenever any notice is being sent, once you click on it, if you don't want to miss any important information, you click on it. If there's a notice, you find it there. Then lastly, I also want to discuss on my group. For now, I have not been assigned to a group, right? Now we are going to be working on two patterns of group. The WhatsApp platform, which is going to be easy for us to navigate before we get to assign each and every one of you to your various group here. So once you are assigned to your group, you will see group 1, group 2, depending on the group you've been assigned. And you will be able to discuss with your group members on this platform. You'll be able to discuss with your group members on this platform. If your group mentor is going to discuss with you, he can discuss with you, he or she can discuss with you from this end. I don't know if there's any interface I've not clicked yet, but I hope you are seeing it. You are seeing the fine pictures and the names. This is what the interface will look like, so that when you come, and you will not find it very strange. And if you have any questions, please free to always reach out to me. Feel free to always reach out to me. Thank you. Madam Effa, over to you, ma.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Bassett. So, you know why I'm laughing? I apologize. I think it was actually my end, the network from my end. I didn't know you were already speaking, but well done. Thank you so much, sir. So now let's go back to our question and answer session. He has taken the time to explain to us how the LMS works. So if you are still confused, either about that or about any of our previous discussion, please raise your hand virtually and then I'll be calling you. Let's give opportunity to at least 5 persons to ask questions. We still have enough time. We are almost rounding up, but we have enough time. So I'm seeing dancing's hands up. Who else? Let's ask question. Oh, they say if you ask question, you will not miss your way. So please ask question. It's only dancing's hand that is up for now. Ask question. Oh, dancing, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right, Effa, thank you so much. I'm really enjoying the process. Okay, so this is my question. I want to know, regards to project execution, are there materials that PowerShift can give individuals that can be like validation or support, like like backdrops, flex banner, t-shirts, one thing or the other that can back up an individual project, something of that nature?
My pen. My pen.
Did you get me?
Yes, I got you.
All right.
So Mr. Bassett can please answer that question.
Okay, yes. So we'll be having introductory later for you. If in case you go to a place and they are trying to they want you to verify or identify yourself, if you are coming from PowerShift, we have an introductory letter from PowerShift for you. We'll send it across to you as soon as we are settled with our various groups. It will be sent to you through your group mentors.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Bassett. So I'm seeing Peace and our wild hand up. Peace, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening. Please, my question is on the grouping. Are we going to be grouped according to our interests? Because I feel like if we're grouped randomly, it will be difficult as a group to come into agreement on what project we are supposed to carry out. So I wanted to confirm if we're getting grouped as aligning with our interests. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Bartlett, over to you, please.
So this is why we are calling for trust, collaboration, and determination. Right? If we are going to group you based on your interests, then what happens to those who do not have interests that align with yours? We are expecting that people from diverse culture, diverse religion, diverse ethnicity will come together for a common good. And this is the best way to harness that opportunity. What we've done is the grouping is based on the spread across geopolitical zone, so that we'll not have just the guys from the north in one group or guys from the south in one group, but we have spread everybody so that we'll get to have this harmony amongst ourselves and get to learn to respect each other's opinion. I know there are times where people will have diverse opinion, but this is where we need to learn how to collaborate, how to trust one another, to say, I trust you, you are not going to bring any suggestion that will tarnish the progress that we hope to achieve in power shifts. I hope I've answered your question.
I'm sure you have. Thank you, Mr. Batet. Please encourage him now. It's not easy to be talking for almost 1 hour, 30 minutes now. Encourage him. Please send in your flowers. He said he likes flowers. Give him his flowers while he's still yet with us. Thank you very much, Mr. Batet. I'm sure Madam Peace is very satisfied with that response. I'm still seeing Awal's hand up. Awal, please kindly unmute. Ask your question. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, mommy. My question is concerning group project. I am still a little bit confused. Like, how are we going to carry it out? Because we are meeting virtually. Is it we're going to carry out live program where we're going to like on a particular issue? Or how are we going to do? That is the question I have. Thank you once again.
Mr. Batet.
Okay, so I don't know why. I think the guys have been the one asking questions. We are the ladies. So we'll be having virtual session, like I said. When you come together as a group, what platform are we going to use to carry our discussion? Is it Google Meet? Is it Facebook Live? Is it Twitter Space? That is where we are going to. It's more of a conversation just to stir up something within us and get people who would attend and understand what we've gone, the process we've gone through power shifts. That is why we said the group project is going to be virtually. You cannot expect someone who is in Enugu or someone who is in Abuja to find a way of executing a group project. But it is going to be done virtually using various virtual means. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the group decides to use. I don't want to preempt what you'd want to use for your project. I hope I've answered you, sir.
Yeah, it's already sending in his thumbs up. That means it's okay. Now I saw Amanjoda Amira's hand up and Abdul Malik. So let's go with Amanjoda. At least the second female for tonight. Good evening, and please ask your question.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much to the organizers of the Power Shifts Fellowship. It's been an interesting session both yesterday and today, and I'll say I'm very glad to be in this part of this cohort. My question is actually to Mr. Bartlett. I've been hearing individual projects and then group projects since from yesterday till today, and then I took a step back because I was waiting to see the breakdown of activities, or should I say the format of how the time frame and everything is going to run. But then one thing I noticed, or should I say,
I want clarity on is when is the individual project going to be implemented? Because based on the time, the duration, and the format that has been given by Mr. Bartlett earlier on, I haven't seen where it has been mentioned that the individual project is going to be implemented, whether in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, or week 8. So that's my question for now. Thank you.
So
All right, thank
that's
you
a
very
very
much.
wonderful question. Can I respond?
Yes, sir.
Or let me get the last person so that we'll just quickly
All right, so
sum
Abdul Malik, please ask your question.
Okay, good evening, all. Hello, can you hear me? Good evening.
We can hear
Hello.
you. Go ahead.
Okay,
We
thank you
can
so
hear
much.
you.
So, thank you. I think this my colleague asks somehow relate questions to what I want to ask about the individual question project and then the group project. But what I want to have more light about it for the project, like how is it in the situation whereby someone has an initiative project that is working on that is relating to leadership and citizenship education by engaging school children in it, like establishing of peace club and engaging them with such thing. Will that kind of project be considered in this program of power shift, or power shift have to think of, okay, this is what we want you to do before we adopt it and then work on it and leave what we are building on current maybe before?
Are you asking based on the individual project or the group project?
Yes, the individual project and then the group project. Like maybe now, if you form us in a cluster, maybe okay, this is our group. Are we the one that will come up with an initiative? Okay, this is what we should work on, or maybe even the individual. Maybe someone have his idea that is currently working, or he's trying to implement it. Will that be considered for the individual project or the group project if that person bring it to the
Okay,
group
let me please
that we are
allow
working on?
Madam Amina to ask the question, to answer that question, and that will be the last question because we have to take one more discussion. Madam Amina, please.
All right. Effa, I know Mr. Bartlett has been handling this question wonderfully, but I just want to make a few clarifications. I
Kani
think
jala filin da ba su ga har talaman kwana har talaman.
and okay, thank you. So I know many people are asking questions about this individual project, group project. So one thing I need you to understand is for individual projects, we already have topics, and the topics are either voter education or Mr. Pare, please can you help me recall voter education or what? Civic participation, right?
Civic rights and responsibility.
Civic rights and responsibility.
Thank you so much. So is either all that individual projects are going to be tied either on voter education or civic rights and responsibilities. And why did we decide to have this particular topic? Considering the fact that very soon we'll be having elections, we'll be voting new leaders in 2027, and we felt there's a need for us to vote credible leaders. So, and you need to educate, we feel like there's a need for you to educate people in your community to know that their vote really counts, and they should know the kind of leaders they are voting. Also, engage them on how to hold these leaders accountable. So any other project that is outside voter education and civic rights and responsibilities will not be considered by PowerShift Africa. So for the second project, which is going to be the group project, is 100% virtual. So, and this is because we want you to engage with other fellows from the different geopolitical zones. I heard somebody saying that if they will be the one to decide on how they will want their group. Of course, if we want to decide on that, as somebody, I might decide that, okay, if I'm from Abuja, I might decide that I only want to participate with people from Abuja. How do you now expect to understand somebody that is coming from Lagos? How do you want to understand somebody coming from Yobe? How do you want to understand somebody coming from the south? So we want you to engage, get to have that understanding of the different geopolitical zones in Nigeria. Know that maybe as maybe we have Batted, let's say Batted is from Enugu. Batted will just share that these are the common challenges we face in Enugu. Maybe we have Effa from Yobe. Effa will share that these are the common challenges we face in Yobe. I will share my own common challenges, and we will decide, okay, since we face these shared challenges, why won't we just pick a topic that is common to all the a challenge that is common to all these three places, and then we share ideas and come up with a tentative project, something that is feasible and achievable. And this project will be carried out in any social media platform of your choice. Is it on Twitter Space? Is it if on Facebook? Is it on Insta? And no matter how you decide you want to have it, are you going to be sending out infographics? Are you holding a live conversation online? Anyhow you feel you want to have it. But mind you, you don't bring up a project that is already in execution from another organization. Everything must start a new project from PowerShift Africa. So I hope I've answered most of your question and clarified a lot of things. Thank you so much. Over to you, Effa. And again,
All right,
okay, so
thank you.
over to Effa. Effa is our part. She's also an alumni of PowerShift Africa. She has done her individual project. She has been part of a group project, and she's going to be sharing with us her experience. So thank you so much. Over to you, Effa.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Amina. So before I would share my own experience, we have one more agenda, and it's supposed to be handled by Mrs. Salamatu Habobi, the fellowship roadmap, curriculum, alumni transition, the ACN. So I will just appeal to Madam Salamatu that she should please handle this session in the next 10 minutes, because of course we need to keep to time. So let me hand the mic over to Madam Salama to take us through the last program for tonight, the fellowship roadmap. The mic is yours, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Can you guys confirm if you can hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, thank you, and good evening, everyone. So I will try as much as I could to see that the 10 minutes suffice me. So I don't have a slide, but I have a lot to share. So good evening once again, Power Shifters, and it's really a pleasure to speak with you today, and I'm very glad to be part of your orientation. And honestly, I'm very, very excited joining you yesterday and today. I was just seeing you people firing us all over. So it's going to be a great one. I believe that cohort 4 are going to be great. So throughout yesterday and today we've been talking about the fellowship, and we'll be focusing on the session and assignment and other things. So but tonight I'm going to take us a bit further. So I'm going to be talking about the something beyond the fellowship itself, so that we're going to understand what lies ahead of us after the completion. How does the graduation work, and how do we transition into the PowerShift Africa alumni community, which we call the ACN, that's Active Citizen Network. So just to say, this fellowship is not designed to be a one-time experience, because as you can see from Amina, everyone that spoke to you, Victory, Eva, Bassett, everyone was part of the fellowship in one way or the other. We were from cohort 1, cohort 2, and cohort 3, and we're still continuing. So it means it's not just a one-time experience. It's meant to be a foundation for a very long-term leadership and civic engagement, and this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. So let me start talking about the graduation very quickly. So graduation from PowerShift Africa Fellowship is something that is earned. So when I say earned, I mean earned. So it's not just an automatic graduation. It is a recognition of your commitment, recognition of your consistency, and your active participation throughout the program. So for you to successfully graduate, you are expected to attend all the scheduled sessions consistently. You are expected to actively participate in discussions and activities, complete all your assigned tasks and also your assessment, and of course, engage meaningfully in individual and group projects. Very key. So the graduation represents more than just receiving a certificate and just stipulating like, oh, I got another certificate added to my CV. No, that's not it. It signifies that you have gone through a very structured learning process, a developed leadership capacity, and you have demonstrated readiness to contribute meaningful to civic and social change. That we're all here to change Nigeria and Africa at large. So in essence, what I'm saying is that graduation confirms that you are not just a participant, but you are a trained and accountable Powership Africa fellow and leader. So what we're producing in Powership Africa are leaders. So now what happened after the graduation? I'm trying to be very fast. So upon the cessation of the fellowship, you're going to be transitioning into the Powership Africa alumni community, which I called ACN before. It was called the Active Citizen Network of Powership Africa. So this alumni network brings together all fellows of Powership Africa, starting from cohort 1 to who knows which cohort we're going to be having. And it's just as I say, a group of different people from the cohort, from different countries, from different professions, but we're just for a common goal, and that's to have a one strong community of change makers and leaders, as I mentioned. So as the alumni of Scholarship Africa, you got to have some, how do I call it, privileges, let me call it that way if I'm allowed, that you enjoy. So you're going to have part of it, I'm mentioning just part of it. You're going to have a continued access to a network of like-minded leaders, and there will be very vast opportunities for collaboration on initiatives. And we have other initiatives like economic projects, career transitions, and many more. So, and you also going to have opportunities to mentor future fellows and support new cohorts. Just as you see, everyone you see around here, we all are part of our Africa Fellowship. We were fellows, then we transition into leaders, and you too are going to do the same thing after you completed it. So Powership Africa places a very strong value on long-term engagement. So as an alumni of Powership Africa, once you transition into Active Citizen Network, you are expected to uphold the values and the principle of the fellowship. You're expected to remain active in all civic and community-focused initiatives, and you're expected to contribute. Like we don't have, that's why we call it active. See, we don't want passive people. You're expected to contribute to conversation, collaborate, and promote good governance. And of course, you're expected to support the growth of the Scholarship Africa community at large. So engagement does not always mean that you have to be, it's like it's going to be very formal or intensive. No, it can be maybe through sharing knowledge. Maybe you will be called on to a leadership position. Maybe Scholarship Africa is looking for a local government coordinator or state coordinator, and you might step into that responsibility. That's also a way that you contribute. And not only that, you might be asked to be sharing knowledge. Maybe cohort 5 are coming, and we see that, oh, Ibrahim can do well as a mentor. Oh no, who knows? Other could be good as a facilitator. You could also be sharing that. You could also be sharing that knowledge with us. That's part of what you get as an alumni of Powership Africa. So you also be supporting projects. Projects are ongoing. We have our projects. We have things we're running. We used to have conferences. Who knows? You might be our speaker in one of the conferences we are having. And a spoiler, we're having a one coming this year in Kano, and I will be expecting to see all of you guys there. I mentioned you might also have the opportunity to blend in your courses, important courses. So once you become part of this network, once you become a fellow of Scholarship Africa, you remain part of us. You remain part of this movement. everything we're doing, you are involved. You become not a member, not a fellow, but a leader. In this fellowship, I just trying to round up. I will encourage you all to think beyond the completion. Don't just be thinking about, oh, when am I graduating, when am I getting the certificate? About the contribution you'll be bringing. And think about the role you So thank you once
We
again for
cannot
your
hear you,
attention,
sir.
and I wish you a very wonderful and interesting fellowship. Over to you, Eva.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Salamatu. Thank you. We really apologize that we didn't give you enough time because of the too much questions that the fellows had, but we appreciate every little thing that you have contributed. So before we round it off tonight, while we're talking, the founder of Power Shift Africa came in. Mr. Nonso Nnamani has joined. Let's give Mr. Nonso Nnamani a welcoming virtual clap. Everyone, please go over to your virtual clap and please welcome Mr. Nonso Nnamani. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. Now, before we round up tonight, Faith Ochanya, please do not forget to contact me for your gift. You were the first person that got it correctly on the chat box. So I was asked to share my story. For those of you that are still a little bit confused about your individual project and your group project and all. So personally, this was what I did for my individual projects because scholarships asked us, encouraged us not to spend at least nothing. Do not spend anything. If there's going to be anything, let it be something that you can comfortably spend. So I had to do my own individual projects in a school. Parships gave me the introductory letter. I took it to a particular private school, secondary school, and then I got a date. They asked me to come, and I spoke to the class SS2 and SS3. That's children between the ages of 16 to 18, who I know that before 2027 they will be 18. They would have attained the votable age. So you can choose any community of your choice, your church, your mosque, your marketplace, anywhere to do your personal individual project. This is so that you do not have to spend money at all. Then for the group project, since we are all both shared, we are divided into various groups with various persons from different backgrounds, different states. We are going to be having your project on virtual online. So for my group in cohort 3, I was in group 18. We decided to choose one of the thematic areas, social. Now we talked about, I won't give you what we talked about so that you don't go and replicate like if I'm giving some persons the idea of what to do. But we chose the Twitter space to host our events, and we brought in experts in that area to come and talk, and we had two persons from our group who also was a speaker for that day. And we recorded all our milestone progresses and our shortcomings, which were challenges. Those are some of the things you will need as your report when you are submitting your group project. So that's why we encourage that the group project will be virtual, so that somebody in Kano who is in the same group with somebody in Ibadan or Lagos can comfortably have these discussions, and it will go smoothly. So you do not need to spend money at all in all of these projects, either individual or group projects. With that said, I hope we've been able to clarify a whole lot of issues. And if you check your time, it's 2 minutes to 9. Like I promised, we're going to be right on time. This is why we call it a wrap. We want to say a very big thank you. Now I'll be handing over the mic to the fellowship director to give us his closing remark. And then afterwards, we're going to be having the Power Shift song. Mr. Bartet, over to you, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Looking forward to see you guys next week. Thank you. Go have a lovely night. See you next week. Every update will be coming up as soon as that's on the WhatsApp platform. So just look out for every information I'll be dropping. Thank you very much. Good night to you all.
Good night, everyone. Faith Ochanya, please reach out to me. Let's have the Power Shift song now as we go, please.
to stand up strong. For Nigeria of our dreams, this is our time, young people. We've gotta walk for the right thing, no matter what. Now is the time to stand up strong. For Nigeria of our dreams, we've gotta talk, we've gotta act. You better start with what you have. Don't fold your arms and keep complaining. For the time to act is now. We may be young, but we are smart. It is now more than ever for a power shift. Setting the pace, we are united for a new Nigeria. Oh, from the north to the south. Oh, from the east to the west. Oh, it is time, Nigeria. It is time for a power shift. Oh, from the north to the south. Oh, from the east to the west. Oh, it is time, Nigeria. It is time for a power shift. Yeah, yeah. It is time for a power shift. So me say now, roll the beat, let's go. We've gotta stand. It is now, there's no better time. Now is the time to stand up strong. For Nigeria of our dreams, this is our time, young people. We've gotta walk for the right thing, no matter what. Now is the time for a power shift. For Nigeria of our dreams, we've gotta talk, we've gotta act. You better start with what you have. Don't fold your arms and keep complaining. For the time to act is now. We may be young, but we are smart. It is now more than ever for a power shift. Setting the pace, we are united for a new Nigeria. Oh, from the north to the south. Oh, from the east to the west. Oh, it is time, Nigeria. It is time for a power shift. Oh, from the north to the south. Oh, from the east to the west. Oh, it is time, Nigeria. It is time for a power shift. Yeah, yeah. It is time for a power shift. It is time for a power shift. Yeah, yeah. It is time for a power shift. So we say, oh, from the north to the south. Oh, from the east to the west. Oh, it is time, Nigeria. It is time for a power shift. Oh, from the north